going on, my dummies, and welcome back to another Behind the Firewall. In today's episode, we are going over Dynasmon. He is one of the 13 Royal Knights, and one of my favorites off of design. He's not too super detailed. He's pretty basic, kind of like Omnimon. He's more of a basic type Digimon, but he is super cool in the lore. And he has got a lot of text on him. So I'm going to just jump right into the bare bones of it. He is 12 to play normally, 4 to evolve, 12,000 DP. So the 4 to evolve is kind of concerning because we already have Yellow Wargreymon that costs 3 to evolve and he's 11,000 power. But Wargreymon does so much stuff because of the inheritable skills he can get, so on and so forth. However, the 12,000 power does matter, so we do not mind evolving into this 4 to evolve. Moving forward, we have an on-Digivolution skill and we have an all turns once per turn skill. So the on-Digivolution source is you may trash the top card of your security stack to reveal the top 6 cards of your deck. Add up to 2 level 6 or lower Digimon from among them to your hand, trash the remaining cards. Now, this ability, trashing the top of your security, has become a ground staple of what Yellow likes to do. Like, Wargreymon did it. Excuse me. Wargreymon did it, and also Dynasmon is a quote-unquote yellow card. It's also purple, but it does trash your own security to activate abilities. Now, with that being said, it leads into his second ability and what it does. The second ability is all turns once per turn. When a card is removed from your security stack, if you have 3 or fewer security cards, trigger recover 1 from the deck. So this allows you to trash 1 to recover 1, to look at the top 6, add 2 cards, and trash the remaining. Now, you do have to worry about decking out on this, because said cards do not go to the bottom, they do go to trash. But that sets up for some really cool combos. Of course, I've already said Dynasmon. I did not add her to this. I probably should. So let's go ahead and grab her and throw her in real quick. There we go. All right. So let's go over some cards that could make this deck really cool and function really well. So the first one would be Kudamon from BT4. I liked Kudamon when he was revealed so much. He's 3 to play normally, 0 to evolve, 2,000 DP. He says, on play, you may trash the top of your security to have one of your opponents get minus 2,000 power. Now, of course, it's good for rookies. It allows you to attack over things, but because we didn't really want to trash the top of our security for anything, it didn't really matter. But because of Dynasmon's ability, we're able to trash the top, give minus 2,000, recover 1 off the top, which would be really nice to have. Moving forward, we have Rosalimon, I think is how you say it. Her ability is kind of weird, and it sets up for some really janky combos. That's why Cherubimon is up underneath it. It says, when Digivolving, trigger recover 2. So we can keep our security high. At the end of our opponent's turn, we trash the top of our security stack. But because it's during our opponent's turn, if we are at 3 or less when we go to trash, or after we trash, we end up recovering 1. So the flaw to her ability to be able to make us trash the top security, it disappears and we're capable of recovering whenever we trash it. Moving forward, we have a card that I really like, but he has not had his time to shine. And this is Angimon from the starter deck. This is the 2 of card in the starter deck. His inheritable ability gives, when attacking, if security is 4 or more, we get +1 memory. Now, of course, like, we keep ourselves to ignore that truck. I'm so sorry. He allows us to get +1 memory whenever we are at 4 or higher. Dynasmon will keep us at 4 as long as we can keep up with the recovery. So if you wanted to build a recovery deck to keep your security at a really high number, 4 or more, Angimon is perfect for that. So yeah, he hasn't had his time to shine yet, but I still feel like this is a very powerful ability. Now, of course, like if they said security is 3 or more, he would be played, hands down would be played. 4 or more is a little bit harder to negotiate. But yeah, moving forward, we have Pulsemon. Pulsemon is another one of those sweet security stat cards. Basically, on play, if we have 3 or more security cards, we draw 1. If we have 3 or fewer, we gain 1 memory. Since we're manipulating our security stack as much as possible, Pulsemon is one of those cards that we can pretty much guarantee the draw 1 plus 1 memory every time we play the Pulsemon. Especially if Dynasmon has an Angiwomon up underneath it, we're able to manipulate our memory. We can play it for free, draw an extra card, gain a memory. So yeah, that's pretty dumb. Moving forward, we have Lotmon. Of course, Lotmon has been a part of Yellow meta for a very long time. I think even Star-Lordmon is actually playing it. Or the Star-Lord deck is actually playing it as like 2 or 3 ubs. But we look at the top of our security and add it to our hand to trigger to draw 1. Since the way Dynasmon reads, it says whenever your security stack is reduced. So we're taking a card out of our security means we're actually reducing it. So because we actually reduce it, we're kind of gaining the extra, the recovery off of it. So because of this, we would trigger, we'd lower our security stack, we'd draw a card, and then we would recover if we're at 3 or less with Dynasmon. Moving forward, we have another really fun card with Dynasmon, just a cool little backup, which is Cherubimon. He says when we attack if we're at 3 or less security, place 1 yellow Digimon from our trash on top of our security. Of course, we could use this with Ankylomon, I think is his name, the security check Digimon, the yellow security check Digimon. So we can use it with him to keep getting him back. And because we're able to trash stuff with Dynasmon, we can get him to the trash very quickly and keep recycling him over and over and over again, being able to utilize extra attacks while also keeping our security high, which is another really cool thing. And since his cost is 11, it kind of makes it awkward when we give it to people or if we hard play it. Alright guys, moving forward, we have our last Digimon, and this is Macemon. I did add this in the video, as you could see. Macemon says on Digivolution we discard 1 security off the top of both players' decks, and then we can play a level 4 lower yellow or purple Digimon without paying its cost. This will work really good with Magna Angimon from set 1, where we hard play it, we gain the +1 recovery, and then we Digivolve Macemon over it, trashing the top security, and if Dynasmon's on the battlefield already, we get to recover after we trash it, and then on top of which we get to play a level 4 lower Digimon without paying its memory cost. So like kind of similar to Cherubimon, where we're just kind of cycling our security as much as possible. But that's all I really have to talk about. I know it's not a very long video, but Yellow's kind of awkward when it comes to what they want to do, more or less. Like Dynasmon's the first one that's like, hey, I want to keep my security higher and keep recovering whenever it goes down. And there's, as far as I know, there's no other Digimon that work that way. I mean, we have Safarimon that recovers on Digivolution, but that's all we got. So, Dynasmon definitely one of the big Digimon I like from this set. Of course, there are 2 more supers that I have to go over, being Agumon Bond of Courage, Gabumon Bond of Friendship. I'll get to those eventually, but if you enjoyed the video, leave a like. Comment down below any yellow cards I might have missed that you might think would be playable with Dynasmon so other people can see it. Links to my Facebook page, my Twitter, and my Patreon are all down in the description. Go give me some love. Go check them out. I've got some pretty good tiers, I believe, on my Patreon. And also hit that subscribe button. Every subscription helps the channel, and the more subscriptions I get from the channel through Digimon content, the faster I try to get it out for you guys. But until next time, guys, have a blessed one.